Alright, we gotta talk about Conquest. Let's pop back out of here so you can see. There are 7.5 hours left of Conquest as I am currently recording it, which means that this is more or less my final spot. There's no way for me in my current account status to get these next 18 points, so I will sadly be missing out on the first Omicron that is a part of the free reward track. Very unfortunate, but the rest of this is actually a fantastic spot for my account. I didn't red crate, but I silver gold stripe crated. Not exactly an easy color to spot out, but it's a crate that is going to advance my account quite a bit. Not so much that it's going to make everything happen, you know, at the drop of a pin as soon as it hits my inventory, but it does secure the TIE Interceptor prototype for my next Conquest. Since it's going to be in the same theme, I just have to do the exact same thing I did here, maybe a little bit more efficiently, and then I will have the 25 TIE Interceptor reward crate once again, meaning that I will walk away with TIE Interceptor after this event, no matter what, which is cash money, all I really wanted. But, as it currently stands, I think I'm on trajectory to start red crating, maybe in like 2 or 3 months. Let's talk about that a little bit. So, the problems I had are definitely feats, not so much sector feats. You know, there's some wins and losses with that, but the feats of this event, because it's so steeped into the Old Republic, and I just don't have my roster built out in the Old Republic, I missed out on every faction-based event feat in total. The specific character event feats. The only event feat that I missed out on that was my fault was the winning 200 battles without using a leader in the leader slot, and that's just because I forgot it existed entirely. So this event feat, I could have had another 16 of these credits. It's too late now. Very unfortunate. But you live, you learn. We'll do that on the next Conquest coming in. So that was my first mess up, right, is the event feats. And that's just not even something I would call a mess up. It's just more that this Conquest wasn't meant for my roster. In the future, I'll be able to do it as I obtain Sith Empire, as I grab the rest of the Old Republic characters and build out teams. It'll be fine in the future, but just currently, you know, not my time, and that's okay. The other thing that really got me are these first 2 sectors, kind of in general, just from the how do I put it, understanding the power of my squad without any of these extra boosts, any of the extra data discs, any of the extra what are these called, consumables, the little boosters and med packs and stuff. Understanding where my squads sit comparatively to the enemy squads before I actually have a build ready and damaging with datacrons. I've dropped a lot of battles inside of Sector 1 and Sector 2. So my next Conquest, we're going to be sharpening that up a little bit. And really, that just comes with experience, right? This is going to be my second hard Conquest. So of course I'm still going to be a little bit behind comparatively to where I was in my normal Conquests. But, and this is a big fat juicy wrapper, but I'm going to get better and better. It's just the way of the world, right? As I continue to grow my roster, as I continue to play Conquest, as I start to understand the way feats are able to work out, I'm going to be able to pop into the feat spot and figure, oh, I can do this feat and this feat in a single battle. That's easy. I'm going to be able to do this feat as long as I don't go past this certain threshold of like stamina and something like that. So I'm confident that skill-wise I'll be able to complete Conquest. Character-wise, let's pop over to my character roster real quick and talk about the things that I used and the things I plan on using in the future. So the main 4 squads I used to tame Conquest are going to be CLS, a Jedi squad, which either had Jedi Knight Luke or Jedi Knight Revan as the lead, depending on whether I needed them to be wicked slow or I needed the extra recovery from attacking out of turn with Revan. Either way, they both did fantastic. General Grievous and Padme Amidala. Now, Padme is going to be the odd girl out here. These 3 teams are really what carried me through the Conquest. Padme was here as a support team. Now, what I mean by that is if you look at these 3 teams, it makes sense what they're doing, right? We are killing things very, very quickly, pretty efficiently as well. If you're CLS, you kill something turn 0. If you're Jedi Knight Revan or Jedi Knight Luke, whichever one it is, you're either making them slow because Revan's so fast, or Revan's calling the whole team to assist, killing the first person that they hit. And then Grievous is letting them beat up Magna Guard, and then B2 just starts the turn meter train off the rip. Padme is a support team because she's able to pick on these cheap, easy teams, let her stamina go down way further, punching ridiculously high up in the relics because of the way her kit works with the attacks out of turn, stacking courage, and stuff like that. So she's going to take the edge off of these guys while they swap around fighting all the hard teams, the Sith Triumvirates and the enemy Gas and the enemy Padmes and stuff like that. All those teams that would realistically pick my roster apart, I can swap tank stamina off of these guys. But whenever I see an easy team like Geonosians, Mon Mothma, Mandalorians, really anything that's going to be trying to attack a bunch of times out of turn, Padme is going to tear those teams apart and do it really, really efficiently. So even though it's not geared to the teeth, it's not the ideal lineup, it still works out just because of the way her leadership works. And like I said earlier, stamina was a very big thing that I had to manage in here. And that's also what makes me think that my future conquests are going to be good. So we pop into the regular roster now. I'm going to be working towards this Galactic Legend here as soon as Mon Mothma hits the relics. As soon as she starts pumping that sweet blue iron, we are in there for Jedi Master Luke. And then from there, we're going to be working the rest of our roster up the rungs. Meaning, I'm going to have an Empire team that I have to build up. I have the Gas 501st team I have to build up. But I'm no longer going to be shackled down by the chains of a Galactic Legend brooding over me. So I'll be able to make these real impactful teams inside of Grand Arena, Territory Wars, and then they're going to transfer over to Conquest as well. Much, much easier, with a lot less pressure on me. And these teams are going to then take stamina pressures off of my main 3 teams inside of my Conquest push characters. So as time goes on, we're just going to get better and better. The Galactic Legend is going to push me forward. My roster is going to get sharper, and eventually Conquest just isn't even going to be a problem. I'd say 6 months. I probably won't even bat an eye at Conquest. It'll just be something that I'm able to do within a week, and then the rest of my time in Conquest is going to be farming datacron stuff, since we're going to have to live with those here in the near and dear future. And there's my segue, baby. We got to go hit up the datacron tab, because I didn't really farm that many datacrons, right? If I'm not at max crate, what's the point of farming for these datacrons, right? I need to be moving forward and getting as many tickets as I can, squeezing my way up to the next crate before I can even focus on farming these guys. So I didn't really do that at all. I didn't really burn into their last nodes because they weren't efficient enough for my stamina and energy consumption, because I'm not using a Primo Pass or a Primo Pass Plus. So I really, really need to be able to get as high up as I can in the reward track for crates. Now, datacrons are of course going to be coming out of this conquest and a few other places with the Territory Wars and little datacron store, but it's not something that I'm too worried about farming from here. I do know that quite a few people who are spenders in the game are able to farm quite a bit of material from this if they do like their 350 crystal refreshes. Maybe they do their 3 100s as well. They're really able to kind of stack up that currency real big and fat and get to those level 9 datacrons. But right now, it's more important for me to focus on getting to red crate. It'll make my account better, and then I can move into those datacron things and start worrying about those in the future. There's no point in putting that extra pressure on myself now, and you shouldn't do it either. We'll get there. Okay, everything takes time. I know Capital Games keeps putting things on our plate, but we need to pace ourselves. We can't just scarf down everything, alright? This isn't the 1940s. We don't gotta clean our plates anymore. But that's it, I'll talk to you guys later.